There is someone in your life right now who is younger than you, and they are in love with you, not infatuated, not curious, not just passing time. They are genuinely, deeply, quietly in love with you, and there is a very specific reason why. Actually, there are 3 of them, and by the time this video is over, you are going to understand something about yourself that most people never get to see clearly. So stay with me. This matters more than you think. But before we get into those 3 reasons, I need to ask you something. Have you ever dismissed what this younger person feels for you? Have you told yourself it's just a phase? That they don't really know what they want yet? That the age gap means something is off, something is unbalanced, something can't possibly be real? If you have, and most people in your position have, then what you're about to hear is going to shift something inside you because you've been reading the situation completely backwards. And the truth, when you finally see it, is going to change the way you see yourself entirely. Let's start here. Let's start with something that nobody talks about when they talk about age gap relationships. Everyone is so busy asking, is this appropriate? Or what will people say? Or does it make sense logically? That they completely skip over the most important question, which is this: what does it mean when a younger soul is pulled toward you, specifically? What does it say about who you are, how you carry yourself, and what you've built inside yourself over the years? Because here's what I know after studying human connection, emotional psychology, and the way love actually works versus the way we think it works. When a younger person chooses to love someone older, and I mean really chooses it, not out of insecurity, not out of a search for a parent figure, not out of rebellion, but genuinely and freely and with open eyes, that choice is one of the most precise mirrors you will ever encounter in your life. It is showing you something real, and you need to see what it's showing you, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the 3 real reasons why a younger soul loves you deeply. And I want you to hold on to these not just intellectually, but emotionally. Because each one of these reasons is going to ask something of you. It's going to ask you to receive something about yourself that you may have spent years refusing to accept. The first reason is this: you carry a kind of stillness that the world around them cannot offer. Think about what it's like to be young right now. Think about the environment a younger person is navigating in this era. Everything moves fast. Decisions are made in seconds. Social media creates this relentless pressure to perform, to compare, to compete, to keep up. Their friendships, as real as they are, often come with a layer of competition or insecurity underneath. The dating landscape they live in is saturated with people who are still figuring out who they are, still reactive, still prone to emotional hot and cold, still disappearing without explanation, still saying one thing and doing another. It is exhausting. It is genuinely, deeply exhausting. And then there is you. When this younger person is around you, something shifts. The noise quiets. They don't have to perform. They don't have to protect themselves. They don't have to decode mixed signals or brace for instability. You are consistent. You know who you are. You've been through enough to stop reacting to everything from a place of panic or ego. You've developed what I call earned stillness. Not the stillness of someone who gave up. Not the stillness of someone who's checked out, but the stillness of someone who has walked through fire enough times to know that most things are survivable, that most storms pass, that most problems have solutions if you stay calm enough to find them. And to a younger soul who has been living in chaos, that stillness is not just attractive, it is magnetic. It is deeply, powerfully healing. They are not just attracted to you, they are drawn to the peace that exists in your presence. And they have learned, perhaps without even articulating it to themselves, that peace is rare, that it is more valuable than excitement, that it is more sustaining than novelty. And you have it. You carry it. You offer it simply by being who you've become. Now here's the thing I want you to sit with for a moment. Most people your age have started apologizing for their stillness. They start mistaking it for being boring. They watch younger people around them who are louder, who are more impulsive, more spontaneous, more willing to do anything on zero planning at 2 in the morning, and they think they need to compete with that. They start shrinking. They start preemptively apologizing for the pace at which they move, for the fact that they've grown past the stage of chaos, for the fact that they no longer find drama interesting, and in doing so, they abandon the very thing that makes them remarkable. Your stillness is not a liability. It is one of the most powerful things you bring into the life of the person who loves you, and the younger soul who loves you is not just telling you they like you, they are telling you, your peace is something I have been searching for. Do not underestimate that. Do not shrink from it. Stand in it. The second reason a younger soul loves you deeply is this. You see them in a way that no one else in their life does. And this one goes deeper than most people expect, so pay close attention. When you love someone who is younger than you, there is a natural inclination on your part, consciously or not, to really look at them. You are not in competition with them. You are not distracted by the same insecurities, the same social comparisons, the same petty dramas that consume people their own age. You actually have the capacity to sit with them and see them, to notice what they're good at, to recognize the potential in them that they themselves are still too close to see clearly, to say out loud, you are capable of more than you think, and to mean it in a way that lands differently than when their peers say it, because you're not saying it to make them feel better. You're saying it because you can actually see it from where you're standing. There is something profoundly powerful about being seen by someone who has lived more life than you. When someone younger gets the full attention and genuine recognition of someone older, someone who doesn't need anything from them, someone who isn't projecting their own wounds onto them, someone who isn't trying to make them into something they're not, it creates a kind of emotional safety that is almost impossible to replicate. It makes them feel, maybe for the first time, truly known. Not the version of them that they perform for the world, not the curated self they put online, not the role they play in their friend group, the actual them, the complicated, contradictory, growing, uncertain, magnificent them. And you saw that. You reflected it back. And that is one of the most intimate things one human being can do for another. But here is what I want you to understand about this. The reason you can see them so clearly is because of your own journey. You have lived through the version of life they're in right now. You have been where they are. You have felt what they feel. You have doubted yourself the way they doubt themselves. And because you came through it, because you survived your own uncertainty and made something of yourself on the other side of it, you can recognize what's real in them beneath the surface confusion. You have become the kind of person who can offer someone else the gift of a genuine witness. Not a judge, not a critic, not a cheerleader who says empty things. A witness, someone who looks and actually sees. That is an extraordinary gift, and the person who loves you knows it, even if they cannot fully articulate why your presence makes them feel the way it does. Now there is a shadow side to this that I want to name honestly, because this video is about real things, not comfortable things. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes, the dynamic of being deeply seen by someone older can create a kind of dependency. The younger person can start to need your validation in a way that isn't healthy. And if you are aware of this, if you are emotionally mature enough to notice it and hold space for them while also encouraging their independence, then you are doing something rare and important. You are not just a lover. You are not just a partner. You are a force of genuine growth in another person's life. And that carries responsibility, but it also carries extraordinary meaning. The fact that this younger person loves you is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that you have developed the capacity to truly see people, and people who feel truly seen will always move toward the light that illuminates them. Now let's get to the third reason. And this one is the one that is going to hit hardest, so I need you to take a breath and really let this land. The third reason a younger soul loves you deeply is this. You have lived in a way that gives them permission to become who they are trying to become. Read that again. You have lived in a way that gives them permission to become who they are trying to become. Here is what I mean. Every person carries inside them a version of who they want to be. A self that is more grounded, more purposeful, more authentic, more at peace, more bold, more free. And most of the time, that desired self feels like something distant, something aspirational, something they're working toward but can't quite see in 3 dimensions. They know the words for it. They can describe it in theory, but they haven't seen it walking around in real life, making real choices, navigating real hardship, and still being okay, still being good, still being whole. And then they met you. When a younger person loves someone older, a significant part of what they are responding to is the living proof that who they want to be is actually possible. You are not a fantasy. You are not an ideal. You are a real person who has made mistakes, who has been hurt, who has gone through seasons where nothing worked and everything felt uncertain, and you built yourself anyway. You made choices that aligned with your values even when it was costly. You learned things the hard way and let those lessons shape you instead of harden you. You are the evidence that becoming a full person is possible, and that evidence is not abstract to them. It's not in a book. It's not in a podcast. It walks into the room with them. It sits across from them. It holds their hand. It is yours. That is an almost unimaginable gift to offer another person. To be, by your very existence, a vision of what is possible. Not because you're perfect. I want to be crystal clear about this. Not because you have everything figured out. Not because you haven't struggled or failed or had your own darkness to navigate. But because you have arrived at a place of enough. Enough self-awareness. Enough emotional honesty. Enough willingness to keep showing up. Enough integrity to keep choosing growth over comfort. And in that enough, this younger soul sees a map. Not a prescription. Not a rule book, not a template, a map. A living demonstration that the territory they're trying to navigate has been navigated, that there is ground on the other side, that it is solid, that you can stand on it. This is why so many younger people in these connections say things like, "You helped me believe in myself," or "I never felt like I could do what I wanted to do until I saw how you move through life," or "You made me feel like I wasn't crazy for wanting what I want." That is not infatuation. That is not a temporary crush. That is the response of a human being who's been given permission to exist fully. And you gave it to them, not by trying to, not by following a strategy, simply by living honestly and letting them see it. Now I want to pause here and speak to something that might be sitting in your chest as you're watching this. Because I know some of you are struggling with this. Some of you are in this connection and you love this person, but you don't fully trust it. You keep waiting for it to fall apart. You keep assuming that eventually they'll realize they want someone their own age, someone with less history, someone with fewer edges. You keep holding yourself at arm's length, even from the love that is already right in front of you. And I want to say this directly. That fear, that protective distance, that preemptive bracing for loss, it is costing you the very thing you deserve most. It is costing you the experience of being fully loved. Here is the thing about the younger soul who loves you. They are not naive. They know your age. They know the gap. They know what people might say. They chose you anyway, not despite your years, not as a compromise, not as an experiment, because of who those years made you, because of the stillness and the seeing and the living proof that you carry in your body and your choices and the way you face the world. They chose you with their eyes open, and that choice deserves to be met, not dismissed, not managed from a distance, not held at a cautious arm's length. It deserves to be received. Receiving love is one of the hardest things for people who have been through hard things to do. And the more you've lived, the more hard things you've probably been through. You may have learned, maybe unconsciously, that love is temporary, that people leave, that closeness leads to loss, that the right move is to keep part of yourself protected, unreachable, unavailable, because that's the part that won't get hurt when things change. I understand that. I really do. But I want you to consider the possibility that this younger soul, this person who sees you and chooses you and loves the specific person that your life has shaped you into, they might be the one who is safe enough to open for. They might be the one worth the risk of being fully seen in return. Because here's the truth about love, real love, love that endures and transforms and makes both people better. It requires reciprocity. Not perfect reciprocity, not equal reciprocity in every single moment, but genuine, intentional, vulnerable reciprocity. They have shown you who they are. They have let you see their becoming, Now the question is, are you willing to let them see yours? Are you willing to stop being the composed, experienced, figured-it-out one for long enough to be the one who is also still growing, still learning, still occasionally scared, still reaching towards something more? Because that vulnerability, that willingness to be human in front of them and not just strong for them, that is the thing that will take this from a deep connection into a real partnership. And there is something else I want you to hold on to as you move forward with this. This younger person is not just a beneficiary of what you bring. They are bringing something to you that is equally irreplaceable. They are bringing you a kind of aliveness that the world can slowly drain away if you're not careful. They see possibility everywhere. They still get excited about things. They still feel the full texture of new experiences. They ask questions that remind you to keep questioning. They challenge assumptions that you've stopped examining. They show you the world with a freshness that you may have forgotten was available. And if you let them, if you really let them in fully and without reservation, they will not just love you, they will wake something up in you that you thought was permanently asleep. This is what age gap love, when it's healthy and mutual and grounded, actually looks like in practice. It is not one person teaching and one person learning. It is two people exchanging different kinds of wisdom. The older person brings depth, perspective, emotional regulation, and lived proof. The younger person brings energy, curiosity, wonder, and the refusal to accept that things can't change. Together, those two forces don't cancel each other out. They amplify each other. They create something that neither person could create alone. And that is remarkable. That is genuinely, profoundly remarkable. So let me bring this home. Let me tell you what I want you to walk away from this video, knowing in your bones, not just in your head. The younger soul who loves you is not confused. They are not settling. They are not running from something or chasing an illusion. They love you because you carry a stillness that gives them peace. They love you because you see them, really see them, in a way that makes them feel known and safe and real. And they love you because the way you have lived gives them permission to become the full version of themselves that they are reaching toward. Those three things are not accidents. They are the direct result of who you have worked to become. They are the fruit of your living, and you are allowed to receive that. You are allowed to stop minimizing it, stop questioning it, stop holding it at a distance until you've found enough reasons to trust it. You are allowed to say, yes, I accept this. I receive this love. I will show up for it fully, not perfectly, not without fear, but fully. Because here's the final thing I'll leave you with. Love, all love, but especially love that crosses the boundaries of age and expectation and social convention. Love that defies easy categorization and simple explanation. That kind of love is a choice. It is a daily, courageous, ongoing choice. And the younger soul who loves you has already made that choice. The only question left is whether you're ready to make it with them. I believe you are. I believe that's why you're here, watching this. Letting these words into the parts of yourself you don't usually let things into. I believe you're ready. And I believe that what's waiting for you on the other side of fully opening to this is something more meaningful than you have let yourself imagine yet. Now here's what I need from you before you leave. If this video reached something real in you, if it moved something, named something, shifted something, I need you to do three things. First, leave me a comment below and tell me which of the three reasons hit hardest for you. Was it the stillness? Was it the seeing? Was it the living proof? Tell me. I read every single one, and your response shapes what I create next. Second, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. You know exactly who that person is. Someone who is sitting in the middle of a connection they don't fully trust. Someone who keeps talking themselves out of a love that might be the most real thing in their life. Send it to them. Third, subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week I'm going to talk about the one conversation this kind of relationship absolutely needs to have, and most people avoid it until it's too late. You don't want to miss that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the kind of person who sits with real things and asks real questions and stays open even when staying open is uncomfortable. That quality, by the way, is not small. It is rare. And it is exactly the kind of thing a younger soul who loves you deeply has already recognized in you.